Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we're reviewing Little Witch Nobeta, but first I'm jumping off this cliff right here. Let's go.
Upset? I'm not upset. What makes you think I'm upset?
I'm so happy, oh, lucky me. I just go my way, living every day. I don't worry, worrying don't easy. Things that bother you never bother me. Things that bother you never bother me. I feel happy and fine, ha-ha. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Having got a lot, I don't need a lot. Coffee's only a dime. We're living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time.
What's going on, guys? We're going to review Little Witch Nobeta today, released June 23rd, 2020 by Pupuya Games. This is a Souls-borne style RPG with 2 difficulty levels and New Game Plus mode. The game is a fun, engaging amount of gameplay. Currently in early access, there are 3 regular bosses and 1 extra boss who you fight that the developers tell you about right before you exit the game for New Game Plus. I recommend you fight that boss. It gives you the last elemental power. 100% worth it, and we'll talk about that more down below in the next part of the video. Let's get going.
Anyway, come on. How long's he?
Little Witch Nobeta is a third-person action-style RPG. You can shoot magic from your staff in either third-person view, or you can aim down sights and have more accurate fire. There's a target locking system as well as the ability to melee strike enemies. Melee strikes refill Nobeta's magic meter. Nobeta begins her journey with a single jump, but eventually you find a wind elemental book that grants her a double jump. Swinging your staff as you jump allows you to levitate while maintaining forward momentum, a very nice touch for traversing the levels. As you find more books to increase the levels of whichever element, more abilities are unlocked or enhanced. You are able to dodge out of the way of enemy attacks and counterspell most, if not all, attacks against you by a very accurate press of the staff melee the moment the attack comes in contact with Nobeta. You level Nobeta at angel statues, where you can choose from 6 different abilities to enhance. These abilities are health, mana, stamina, strength, intelligence, and dexterity. You can also trade for items such as health and mana crystals, an area of effect regen, or shielding crystals using points called soul essence gathered from defeated enemies. During combat, you can charge up whatever element you're using for a more powerful variant of the spell. Causing a parry, counterspell, during this charge time will refill your mana and charge a spell faster, as well as offering a minor heal to Nobeta. This is incredibly useful during some of the boss fights.
Actually, I'm capable of distinguishing over 150 simultaneous compositions.
The music and sound effects are well done. Music isn't really anything to write home about, but it's there and it isn't annoying or out of place. Sometimes I turned the music down and played something from YouTube or Google Play Music just for a change. The visuals are great. Characters and enemies are well animated. Effects are clearly visible and don't overwhelm. Some of the more powerful bosses and enemy attacks are very well animated with clearly defined attack telegraphing and great looking visual effects to go with them. Nobeta's attacks are very well animated and have a good variety of effects based on the elemental magic being used. Characters are cel-shaded stylized anime with more realistic level and architecture textures. Architecture textures. That's a pretty funny word actually. Didn't realize I wrote that. It all fits very well together and makes for a pleasant experience throughout the game. Lighting is well done, and the developers even managed to thwart my attempt at a sequence break by blocking off a future area with a magical barrier instead of just an invisible wall.
Check it out! It's got wings!
The user interface is simple but easy to manage and follow. Health, mana, and stamina are clearly marked, as well as current soul essence and whether you're cursed or not. Everything is well explained, even if the language used is a bit odd sometimes, which makes sense seeing as the developers are Chinese and this is a translation.
No matter what happens now, you're dead.
I played the game on advanced mode, which is the hard mode option, assuming another mode isn't added later in development. Taking about 10 hours from start to finish, I personally found the levels themselves to be easy to traverse, not terribly difficult, but offering just enough of a challenge to make them enjoyable. The boss fights, on the other hand, were challenging enough to make me quit a couple of times and take a break, so as not to destroy my controller or keyboard. They were difficult, but not so difficult as to be impossible. You need to be careful about letting enemies gang up on you. Thankfully, you can kite them around and there's a fair amount of powerful magic at your disposal to make Nobeta more resilient or powerful. Ice magic is a perfect example of this since it offers a protective shield while charged and increases damage done. Aiming while having ice magic charged lets you mark 3 nearby targets and unleash a torrent of ice crystals down on them, dealing massive damage. Each element has something special about it. The 4th element you earn, Lightning, has a very special charge ability that I won't spoil by saying anything more than you should take the time to earn it and go through a New Game Plus with it. Little Witch Nobeta was an extremely enjoyable game. For only $9.99, I can't recommend it enough. I've already completed one playthrough and I'm about halfway through my second, while keeping my eyes open for extra secrets and magic upgrades. I definitely recommend picking this game up whether it's on sale or not. If you enjoy Souls-borne style games with cute anime characters and difficult boss encounters, then you'll enjoy Little Witch Nobeta. Development appears to be active and hopefully new bosses and a continuation of the story is just around the corner. I'll be keeping my eyes on this game and follow up with a future review after more content is released. Thank you for taking the time to watch this review, and if you've made it this far, be sure to show that like button Who's Boss. You can also stop by my Twitch where I stream the games I'm reviewing. Have an awesome day, everyone.